Hello there and welcome to a morning video about Liverpool anyway. And obviously yesterday I made a video about who was going to replace Simon Mignolet, and pretty much within about an hour of having uploaded that video we were already linked to Adrian, who was the former goalkeeper for West Ham, and that obviously got confirmed yesterday. He came in, he is confirmed as Liverpool's backup goalkeeper, and he had 150 appearances or something like that, maybe more, for West Ham. Had some good moments and had some bad moments as well, like any player would in their career. But he comes in, and he comes in as, I would say, probably a little bit of an upgrade on Mignolet in terms of actually, shot stopping ability and, saving presence in the goalkeeping area. Anyway, in my opinion, anyway. Some people don't agree. Obviously, some people look at this and think, where's the ambition, blah, 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 but it's obviously the goalkeeping position. We've already shown the ambition with the goalkeeping position when we brought in Alisson. You're not really going to match that, to be honest. You're not going to match that quality that he has and have it as a backup goalkeeper. That's just not going to happen. So bringing in someone like Adrian on a free, I don't mind. I really don't mind. We've done what we needed to do in terms of Mignolet, in my opinion. I think, yes, Mignolet off the pitch, apparently it was very important to Liverpool last season. But for Mignolet himself, he's obviously wanted to go out there, and he's a professional football player. Whatever way you look at it and however you feel about Mignolet, he's a professional football player. He wants to be playing first team football all the time. So he decided that this was, his 6 years at Liverpool, this was the time to go, because he wasn't getting that first team football. Even when Karius was here, eventually he took over from Mignolet, and Mignolet was out of the team. We bring in Alisson. Alisson's took that spot and made it his own for however long he wants it, basically. No one else is really going to get a look into that spot. So Mignolet wanted to move on, go back to Belgium, and that is what he's done. And the very best of luck to Mignolet. Hope that the rest of his career, wherever he ends up, or if he stays at Club Brugge, hopefully the rest of his career is a success in some way. Now, a lot of people are saying that this surely can't be our last signing of the summer. I remember someone tweeted something at me yesterday, and it was like a screenshot of some quotes where it had apparently said that Jurgen Klopp hasn't given up, or for the Liverpool fans not to give up hope of a deadline day signing, because Jurgen Klopp made some comments in the USA about us. He was looking at a specific position but wouldn't name what. Now, I'm going to rule out a deadline day signing, and if we end up making one, then I'll be surprised that we've made one. How about that? Because I would rule it out purely on the basis that we don't really make deadline day signings. We don't. It doesn't really happen under Jurgen Klopp, as far as I remember anyway, and if I am forgetting something, then let me know it in the comments below. But to my recollection, we don't really make deadline day signings. To my recollection anyway. Normally by this point we've got in the players that we want to have in, and they've integrated with the squad. And with it being so close to the start of the season and so close to the end of the transfer window, normally we don't do business like that. We really don't. And in terms of who it could be if we're going to do a deadline day signing, I don't know. I don't know who it would be or who it could be. Some people would be looking for forwards. I don't think that we're short in the forward department a great deal, depending on what happens with Harry Wilson. If we end up letting Harry Wilson go on loan somewhere, then yeah, I do think we would be a little bit short, and I think it's actually a missed opportunity to let Harry Wilson go out on loan. I don't agree with it. I think that he should stay with Liverpool, and I think he can prove himself to provide backup to Sadio Mane on the left-hand side. I think he can do it. Some people, again, disagree, but I think he can do it, and why not give the lad a chance anyway? I think he's more than up to it than, perhaps bringing in someone else, which I don't think we will do. Midfield is stacked in all different ways. In terms of defensive midfielders, hard-working midfielders, box-to-box midfielders, all right, people might say, what about your creative midfielders? But we've shown over the last season that we tend to combine it into different midfielders, like a Naby Keita, Jordan Henderson getting a free rein of going forward a bit more. You saw how good he was at going forward. I don't know. For me, it's always just been defensive cover and maybe like a centre back. So if how I felt about Mignolet as a goalkeeper, then I feel the exact same about Lovren. Lovren for me, while he might have a positive impact and have a great rapport with the likes of, Mohamed Salah and such, on the pitch, it's not good enough. And that's my opinion. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people's opinion. He might be a great personality, but we're not in this just for great personalities, if you know what I mean. If we're going to be deadly serious, last year, we were really lucky in the fact that Van Dijk barely got injured, and whoever partnered Van Dijk pretty much played well. The only person that didn't was Lovren, because he's Lovren. And I'm really not slagging him off. It's just he's not a good centre-back, in my opinion. He's done some really good things for Liverpool. Never forget the goal he scored against Dortmund for the Europa League quarter-final. But honestly, he's not good enough. And it's been that many years now. He won't be good enough. He's not going to improve. He doesn't show anything to me like a Matip did last year. Matip, before last season, I was all away for let's get him out the door, because he wasn't very good the season before, in my opinion. Comes into last season, Joe Gomez gets injured, Joel Matip comes in. Wow, what a player! What a player! Unbelievable player! Fantastic centre back. That's what you're looking for. You want people that can come in next to your star centre back and perform, and he did. He performed very, very well. Joe Gomez performs very, very well. The new young lad, Van der Berg, I think it is. Hopefully I haven't got that wrong. Hopefully he will progress into a very good centre-back himself as well. But in terms of actual other cover, Lovren doesn't do it for me. He does not do it for me. And that is the only position, maybe aside from either right back or left back as cover, that I would be looking at as bringing in. And to bring someone in on deadline day that's going to cover that effectively, I don't know. Don't think it's going to happen. Those that are holding out for a deadline day signing, credit to you. You've got the belief, and hopefully that belief is, it's repaid. Hopefully that faith is repaid, and you get your deadline day signing. I'm just of the ilk of, it's not going to happen. It's not. And I'm not disappointed if it doesn't happen, because I expect it not to happen, if that makes sense. Like, I fully accept that we aren't going to make another signing, and that's okay. That's totally okay. I think our team and squad are very, very good. I really do. We invested the money last season. We haven't invested money this season. Alright, we could have possibly made a couple of signings here and there. People are looking at like a Manchester United that is in a constant state of rebuild and rebuild and rebuild every single season. And people look at likes of Arsenal going out there buying, Nicolas Pepe and such like this. I look at these teams and they're trying to get to us, if you know what I mean. We made our signings last year and we were a point off Manchester City. Turn a couple of the draws we had last year into victories. It's ours. And we were as close as we possibly could be. We were as close as we've ever been in a long, long time, getting a record points tally for us as well. So we don't invest this season because we invested last season. We invested a lot of money. Naby Keita coming in, Fabinho coming in, obviously Van Dijk coming in January last year. We brought in a lot of players, like value players. Alisson obviously being a key one as well. We brought in first team effective players, so we're not going to go out there and do it again this season. It's just not. It's not going to happen. The only reason that Arsenal, Man United are going to constantly throw money at their issues because they think that's the way to go about things, and it's not. really. You know, I think I can't even put the amount of money that they've actually thrown at Manchester United, but they do it every single season looking for solutions, and it's not necessarily happening for them. Arsenal are rebuilding after 22 years under Wenger, and they're looking to reinvigorate themselves to get back into the top four without properly addressing their defensive issues. So as good as Arsenal will be moving forward, like going forward and creatively, they will be great. But at the back, I just I don't think they'll be able to do it. They're trying to get to us. I'm not saying that everybody wants to be on our level, but they're trying to do things how we do. That's why they're trying to go and get Tierney from Celtic, because they want the Andy Robertson effect without actually having the Andy Robertson effect, because you're paying almost 3 times as much for him if they get him. You know, so look, that's just my thoughts anyway. We're not going to sign anybody else. If we make a deadline day signing, I will eat broccoli. And I said this on Twitter last night. I said I will eat broccoli, and I cannot stand broccoli. Last time I ate broccoli, I vomited, and it's just gross. It's not for me. If we make a deadline day signing, I will do that. Might even film it, but I don't know, because if I vomit, it's not happening. Anyway, these are just my thoughts. Hopefully everything goes all right for us. Friday's coming up pretty quick. I'm going to miss the first half of that game because I'm at work until 8 o'clock and I don't get back home until 8:45. So that's fantastic. Great stuff. First game of the season, I'm going to miss first half of it. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Are Liverpool going to make a deadline day signing, or are we not? And are we ready for the opening day of the season? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Thank you ever so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.